Hey guys, it's Camz, and today I'm going to show you how to get out of iron as a jungler. I know getting out of iron is really hard. I was iron 3 about a month ago, and now I am bronze 4, on and off of iron 1. I've been iron 1 maybe 5 times, de-ranking from bronze 4, but I can at least help you a little bit in getting out of iron. So first, before I actually give you guys some jungling tips, I want you guys to know that I know that iron is hard because you're playing with iron teammates, but you can't blame your teammates every time. You have to really look at your games and really look at what you're doing and try to better yourself so that you can carry your games. Because to be honest, to get out of iron, you either have to get really lucky with your teammates or carry your games. Ideally, you're carrying your games and you're getting better at your game. So don't blame your teammates. If you have 3 losing lanes, whatever, go next. See ways in which you can win the game, but don't just blame your teammates. It's a horrible habit and it destroys your mental to blame everyone but yourself. So really look at what you can do and stop blaming everyone else. The first kind of thing that really helped me understand the game better starts before the game even starts. Before the game starts, you get this loading screen. Often in Iron, people have shit PCs, so it's gonna be even fucking longer for you to look at. But the first thing you have to understand is who I'm playing against. Okay, I'm playing against Shaco. Do I know what Shaco does? Okay, let's say I don't know what he does. Then look up in LoL Wiki before the game starts, while you're loading up, look up in LoL Wiki what the fuck Shaco does. Because if you don't know even what his QEW are, if you know what they are, then you are kind of fucked. Like, know what they do, it's going to help you a lot more to at least have a basic understanding, at least the ultimate. Of the enemy jungler, you should know almost everything that they do. The second thing that you have to do is look at his other summoner spell. Okay, so he doesn't have flash. Basically, he has ignite. Okay, just know that he has ignite. Has no flash. Okay, and now you're going to look at your lanes. I start from top side to bot side. Okay, so let's look at top side. Top side is a Vayne and we have a Garen. What does this mean? Well, you might be thinking, I don't fucking know what this means. I'm iron. Well, it's not that complicated. If I know, you guys know too, okay? So here's the logic behind it. Okay, is Vayne melee or ranged? Let's say you don't know, then Google it. Literally Google it before the game starts. Vayne ability slow wiki. It's really simple to Google really fast and you can quickly skim through her abilities. Okay, she's ranged. What is Garen? Melee. What does this mean? A melee versus a range? What does that mean for conditions? Okay, what that means is that the Vayne is going to have priority over Garen and Garen is going to be shoved under his turret, right? So, is this a good game to pat top? Yes, it is a good game to pat top. Will I pat top? No, I won't, because I don't go top. And the reason why I don't go top is because I think top will always be useful. A top laner will always be useful. But if your AD carry doesn't get kills, if your AD carry doesn't do anything, he will not be useful. But my Garen will always be useful. Even if it's 0-10, he will be useful. But a 0-10 AD carry is not useful. So that's my thinking behind it. Especially in Iron, this matters, I think, a lot more. But at the same time, understand the lane conditions is important. So I know that Garen will be under turret. That's what I'm expecting the lane to look like. And then I also look at summoner spells of every other champion in-game. Look at it real quick. You don't have to really think much about it at the beginning. But I know that Vayne has Flash Ghost, and I know that Garen has Flash Ignite. Then I'm looking at mid lane. Both mid laners have TP. These are the only TPs in game. And then Flash as well. Now this is Tristana Akali. Again, ranged and melee. So keep in mind that your mid lane will probably be shoved under turret. Then when we look at our bot lane, they have a Nyla Nautilus. Don't want Nyla to get fed because fed Nylas are a really big problem in low elo. If you guys know, you know. But we still want to look at it. So we have to be careful on Nautilus, especially because I'm playing Evelyn. I can't kill such a tanky player. So I'm gonna focus Nyla. And then we have to look at our bot lane. So we have a Braum, Jhin. What CC do we have? Make sure that the ability of CC is up before we go gank, or make sure you're pinging to your teammates and letting them know that you're gonna gank with time, and all that stuff. And look at their some spells as well. So this is all you have to do pre-game. The second tip I wanted to talk to you guys about that is really important in low elo that you do this is jungle tracking. Now this is going to be the most simple and basic form of jungle tracking you'll ever see in your life. It is so easy, like, and you won't do this even the whole game. Maybe the first 3 to 4 clears you're doing this, no more. Okay, the only thing that you have to do early game is find a way to know where the enemy jungler started. Most enemy junglers start in bot side in Iron Bronze, whereas we should be going towards bots because bot is the best to gank. There's some occasions in which you don't. I don't know when those occasions are, so I don't expect you to know that either because we're like the same elo. But just know where the enemy jungler starts. So in this game, I pinged my mid and my top to help me put this ward down. Don't ever just walk up by yourself to put a ward down. Always make sure you're getting help for this. And so we went and we warded this. Now I have some information. I know that the enemy jungler is not starting topside unless he's starting Raptors or Grump, which would be kind of psychotic. But at the same time, I would know like once I finish my buff and once I finish my Krogs, if I don't see him here right now, which obviously I know he killed my support down there, so I know he's down there. But if he weren't down there, I would know, okay, he started bot side. And now what type of information does this give us? When we are right here and we know that he's doing bot to top, right now we're pinging mid lane, especially if mid lane is overextended. You're pinging mid lane that the enemy jungler is crossing right now, because in this crossing they could easily 3 camp gank, especially in low elo people do that a lot. So you want to ping your teammate where the enemy jungler is, and just at the same speed that you are. So right now he should be starting his wolves because you're starting your wolves. In some cases, in this game, is that is not the case because we saw Shaco ganking early, so he's a bit delayed in his camps. But if they have not shown or anything, you can assume that he's doing his wolves right now, right? And then now that he's doing his grump and that he's doing his buff, and now that he's doing crab, and so we would ping crab and let our teammates know that he may be in crab. That is all the jungle tracking you have to do. Like, literally, that's all you have to do. Okay, and it helps a lot, and it helps your teammates to not get early ganked. The next thing that I want to talk about is farming. Farming is so important. Please farm. Please farm. So many people in low elo don't farm, or they 3 camp gank and they may die, or everything. Like, it's just so bad. Just farm your camps. Really, it's that simple. It's guaranteed gold, it's guaranteed XP, then you get the crab. It's so simple and so basic, you don't have to overcomplicate anything. The only reason you would deviate from farming early game is if you're an extremely like ganking jungler, which I have like no experience on because I only play farming junglers, or if the success rate of a gank is 100%, then you can give up your farm and go gank early game. This only applies to early game because early game camps are so much more valuable. It will get you to level 4 to do all 6 camps, so it is really valuable. And then early gold will also give you an advantage in items. I often farm into crab into an immediate recall, which I think is what I do this game, unless there is a perfect gank opportunity. So as you see here, I'm gonna check real quick, like split second processing if can I gank this lane. And here's what I look for. So I'm looking at their HP, their mana, and the wave. So the wave is also extremely important. What is this wave here telling me? Look how many fucking blue minions there are. By the time I finish this scrap and walk down here, the wave is probably gonna be somewhere in the middle again. And I am not invisible yet, and I don't have very good movement, so if I show here, or if they have a ward here, they can literally just back off and I'm gonna be wasting my tempo, I'm gonna be wasting my time. They have full health, full mana as well, full health, full mana. So at the same time, I probably don't want to gank this because it's gonna be very hard to get a kill from it. It has very little success rate, this gank. They'll likely just escape, or, I'll just waste time overall. It's not a really high success rate gank. So I'm not gonna gank that just because of the wave state. I look at mid as well very, very quickly, and this really you can spend probably more time looking at it, but I kind of just glance at it, so I know this wave's kind of staying in the middle. I could probably help here, but again, we want to get our tempo back, especially early game. Tempo is super important. So only gank when it is going to be guaranteed success gank. Otherwise, this is only early game, just because camps are so much more valuable early game. Now these people are actually pushing here, which I didn't think they were gonna do because they reached level 3 before my lane reached level 3, which obviously I didn't know that before. So I'm recalling, I'm buying, and I'm immediately running back to my camp. And then I'm farming again. Okay, I don't care what's happening. I saw the lanes. It didn't look like 100% success rate to me, so I didn't go. That's how simple it is. So I'm starting my camps all over again. I'm farming. Now, once we get to later game, mid game is when plates fall, by the way, I think. In my opinion, that's around when mid game starts. Or when I get my R, and my first item will also be when I kind of start dropping camps more and start going for more plays around the map. Once I have those 2 power spikes, my ultimate as Evelyn gives me invisibility, and my first item. Now this also brings me to the next point, which is do dragons. We want to do dragons and objectives in general as much as we possibly can. Don't force the dragon, do it when it's available. So here I'm farming for dragon, and I keep farming since I don't have prio. Okay, here's one thing that I do personally. If I don't have priority in any lane, which I don't right now in these 2 lanes, then I'll keep farming these 2 camps. If I do have prio, I'll go straight to dragon, okay? So that's what I do as Evelyn. So right now I'm farming, And now I'm ganking. So this is actually a good gank for me, or I think it's a good gank, because one thing we see here, um, he's half HP, and we have a wave crashing under our turret, right? Whenever a wave is crashing, it will likely be a good ganking opportunity. And we in fact get the kill, and then we go to Drake after we get the kill. Okay, so Drake conditions were not ideal here. Okay, these are not good Drake conditions. I would not like to run and do Dragon here, for many reasons. First, we don't have priority in any lane, so if I, let's say the enemy jungler comes in and fights, I will have no prio in lane, so my learners will not be able to come help me. Second, I don't know where the enemy jungler is, which is another thing. If I knew that he was doing grubs, then maybe I would have started this, okay? To do some cross map objectives. But yeah, once we gank and we kill a support, then we can start Drake, and we get Drake. Okay, it's that simple to get dragons. Just make sure that the conditions are met, so that you have priority in your lanes, or that you know where the enemy jungler is, and if you have no conditions met, then try to make them be met. For example, by ganking. If you have no priority, odds are you have a good gank opportunity. So as I said before, once we reach level 6, and when we get our item is when we're going to start making more plays around the map. This doesn't mean that we're going to force things, but it is important to understand that those are our power spikes. So as Evelyn right now, I hit level 6, right? I hit level 6 here, but I still see nowhere I can gank near me. So right now, I can't gank top, she's shopped on her turret, and I can't gank mid because my Akali is backing. Even though I'm level 6, I won't force anything. I keep clearing because of that, even though I have level 6, so we're not forcing anything. Now I'm looking at a potential gank here to try to help my team, but yeah, we do end up getting someone here because I'm 6 and I know that I can give up camps for this. But at the same time, as you see, even though it's early game right now, and I don't have my item, I'm not giving up camps for anything unless it's guaranteed. This play over here was not guaranteed, but I wasn't wasting any time because none of my camps were up. All of my crocs, but I'm still waiting for the sequence to respawn. Just know that you're going to gank whenever the opportunities present itself, even if you're level 6. So now I have my first item, so I can start making even more plays around the map. Now I can do grubs. We have prio here. Shake us over here, so now I can do grubs peacefully. It's really simple. It's a really, really simple game. You just have to think about it. You can't just go around brain dead and not do anything. You can't leave your camp standing and not take them and be wasting essentially gold and XP. That's what you're doing when you leave your camps just sitting there. And again, when it comes to ganking, you don't want to waste time, especially when your camps are up. You want to make sure that we can get something out of it that will give us gold and XP. I know you want kills, I know you want all these things, but if you're leaving your camps, see all my camps are up, and I'm not getting anything off of this. I'm essentially wasting resources that I could be getting right now. I could be killing these minions instead. I could be doing many different things and just like mindlessly walking around the lane, right? So really make sure that you can get something out of it. Otherwise, do your camps if you can't get something out of it, okay? If it's 100% guaranteed that you can get something out of it, if you're strong, just go for it, okay? But if you don't know that you can get something out of it, then it's not worth, and keep farming, keep getting your items. But now you may be thinking, when can I stop farming? Never. Okay, simple answer is never, but you want to keep farming all game. But okay, when do you actually can do plays around the map? When they are guaranteed. That is as simple as that. If I can do, let's say I can do my crocs right now. Should I do my crocs or should I do dragon and go kill this girl? Can I do dragon right now? Okay, enemy jungler's dead. Yes, we want to try to get dragon within the next few seconds if we can. Try to get there. Maybe kill Lila mid. Look at opportunities, especially mid to late game. Farming becomes less important than doing objectives and trying to, depending on what jungler you're playing, trying to get kills and trying to get stronger. Obviously, conditions vary in games, but farming at the beginning is really crucial. But towards the end of the game / mid game, you can start dropping camps for more important objectives like turrets, dragons, Baron, etc. You can start dropping your camps a little more often. Now, I know a lot of people say, in Iron, my teammates always int, whatever, they won't stop dying, and you complain about it, you blame your teammates. Okay, I get it. Sometimes your teammates do int. In this game, it's kind of a good example about it. So here in this game, my top lane is 3 and 8. It's died 8 times. My mid has died 8 times as well. The cannon is a bit fed. Silas is a little fed. Not too much, nothing too bad. It continuously gets worse during the game though. My support has died 7 times. Some may say this game is unwinnable. My laners are so bad. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about your laners. Who in this game from my team do I want to play with? Caitlyn. Caitlyn is not doing great, but is the least worst that I can get. So always look at your team. Who can I play around? Can you play around your bot, mid, or top? My top and mid, no, I can't play around. That would be literally just ending the game if I play around them. Play around your winning lane, bot lane in this case. Not even winning, but kind of even lane. So I'm going to go bot side, okay? And that's what I do this game actually. And me and Caitlyn end game. It's literally me and Caitlyn. Me and Caitlyn carried the hell out of this game, okay? And it's that simple. Okay, your laners suck, but there's one that sucks less than the rest. Yes, it's true. It's gonna happen every game. There's gonna be one teammate that sucks less than the rest. Then you go to that teammate and you spoon feed them and you feed yourself off of them as well. Okay, that's all you have to do to win a game that looks unwinnable. This game was basically unwinnable, and me and Caitlyn ended this game because I helped her and I spoon fed her essentially. So that's what you have to do. Just play with your winning lane. Please stop playing around your losing lanes. You're literally insing if you play around your losing name. And I know some games, well, what if I have 3 losing lanes? Okay, first of all, that doesn't happen every game. It may be 1 every 15 games, let's say. So maybe you lose that game. The other thing you can do is just think and have good mental. Try to not get tilted. I know it's hard. Try to not get tilted, and then try to think, how can I win this game? How can I feed myself since my team is all over the place, everyone's losing? How can I feed myself and how can I win this game? Don't ever just FF, don't ever think this is unwinnable. It is never unwinnable until your Nexus literally gets destroyed, okay? Lastly, another thing that is important is gathering information, and this will help you a lot in your games. So let's say I'm pressing tab right now because I saw Sylas. Whenever I see the enemy jungler, I always press tab, and then I look quickly. Okay, so we can see right now the information that I can gather from tab is that I have an item advantage over Sylas. That means that I can probably go do Drake. Assuming that he's not recalling right now, I can probably do Drake. My bot has prio, so he'll have to recall and come back. That takes him like maybe 15 seconds, so I have to keep that in mind as well. But yeah, we got the information based on CS and items. The CS indicates that he has only cleared through once, so he has not started his well, he actually started, he did one camp, maybe his Krogs. We can assume because he's right here, okay? So he did his Krogs. And then his other camps are respawning, so he's gonna have to get through those. So basically, we can do many things based off of information. I can do Drake now, that I know that Sylas is here and I have an item advantage. I can gank mid without having to worry about Sylas being close. Now you open up opportunities when you see the enemy jungler in the map, and when you see what items they have, if they have any items, how many kills have they got, whatever. Later in the game, you also press tab to look at CS. Sometimes CS is not as important late game, and to look at the items. So it's important to know what items does the jungler and the laners have as well. So you have to look at that. Are they building a lot of magic resist, stuff like that? Are they building magic penetration, whatever it may be? Okay, just look at what they have. Do they have a lot of heal? What do they have? And then the second type of gathering information that you're gonna do is in your minimap, and this is throughout the game. You're going to be looking at your minimap. Anytime the enemy jungler is present on the minimap, you should know where he is, and then you should decide what you want to do about it. So let's say I see Sylas here. What do I want to do about it? Well, maybe do and play opposite side of the map because I know he's there. Second thing we can do, let's say we see Sylas doing grubs, then I can know I can take dragon. Or if he's doing dragon and I have no prio any lane, then I can do grubs. Okay, so we always use that information proactively and we take the information that we're given. Lastly, I just wanted to tell you guys to try to not overcomplicate the game. It is Iron, it's very, very simple. Some games will not be great. You'll struggle a lot some games, you'll do great others. There's a lot of up and downs in low elo. But don't overcomplicate the game. Try to focus on one single thing. For example, let's say this game I decide, okay, I'm going to have 4 dragons in a row, okay? That's my goal for the game. That's all I'm thinking about is dragon, 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 dragon. But by doing that, first of all, you have a goal that you have to accomplish, so you're not playing on autopilot. And second of all, it opens up other things. So let's say I want to go for the first dragon, and we have no prio bot, no prio mid, right? If the conditions are not met, so the dragon is not ideal, then I don't want to get that dragon. So what can we do now that we're trying to get this dragon? We can either gank bot or mid because they both have no prio, which means that the enemy team has prio, which means that it will probably be a good gank setup. Probably, not always. Make sure you check out other things. Or we can simply go and take grubs. Let's say we know that the enemy jungler is going to dragon and that he has prio both lanes. Okay, let me go take grubs instead. Okay, so it doesn't mean that your goal will always be accomplished, but you're thinking about something during the game. I really hope this video helped you guys, and I really, really hope that you guys can also get out of Iron like I did. It's truly, truly a difficult road to get out of Iron. Lots of ups and downs, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I also stream on Twitch, for those who don't know, so if you guys want to check that out. I don't have a schedule right now, but I'll have one soon. Once I'm out of vacation, I'll have a schedule. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and please make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed.